and welcome to significance level. So the idea here is at the end of a hypothesis test, we make the decision as to whether a sample result is surprising or not. And the significance level is where we put the cutoff for what is surprising and what is not. So at the end of a hypothesis test, oops. At the end of a hypothesis test, we decide if our sample was surprising. If the null hypothesis were true. Previously, we used 5% as our cutoff, but we're not stuck with that. So the significance level is the cutoff point for what is deemed surprising. So the most common significance levels, 5% significance level, this is what I've used so far. And for the 5% significance level, if we get less than 5% chance of getting a sample as extreme, so if there's less than a 5% chance of getting a sample as extreme as ours, then we consider the results surprising, or consider the sample surprising. So again, we have our normal curve for our sampling distribution, whatever our sample is. Our sample statistic, technically. We look for the probability of being as extreme as our sample. Another vocab word I haven't used before, but you will see this is the p-value, which is the probability of getting a sample as extreme as ours. And essentially, if the p-value is less than 5%, or less than 0.05, then we would reject the null hypothesis. So this is our 5% significance level. This is what we have seen so far. Other common significance levels would be 1% significance level, so at the 1% significance level, our cutoff is 1%. So if the p-value is less than 1% or less than 0.01, then we reject H naught. These are the most common significance levels, but we could do this for, say, 2%, 0.1%, 10%. There are various options. What we set the p-value at sort of depends on what the consequences are if we reject the null hypothesis or don't, when we should or should not. So the significance level depends on the importance of being right or wrong, the consequences of being right or wrong. So a note. We pick our significance level based off of how serious the consequences are. If we conclude HA is true when H naught or the null hypothesis is actually true. So we will talk about this more in the next video when we talk about types of error.